Good morning, everybody, or afternoon, depending on what time you're watching this. I decided to do a witchy room tour. You'll have to forgive like the boxes and stuff. I do a lot of ordering online, and but this is my actual bedroom also. So I thought I would show you guys what my altar spaces look like. This is sort of a mini altar. These are Egyptian perfume bottles. I saw them and I was sort of just drawn to them. They are used quite frequently whenever I have like a little scent smell. I might put oils in there or something like, you know, a scent spell of some sort. This is my wolf fur totem, and it's from the White Wolf Alchemy shop on Etsy. So let me see if I can get a better... There we go. And you can see the fur in there. Obviously there's the perfume bottles are decorated sort of like spell bottles would be. This ring is supposed to be very symbolic of Melek Taos, who is my patron. I do take it off of the bottle sometimes and wear it. I know some people have a thing about not reusing things involved with spell bottles, but since it's not inside, I don't really have an issue with it. So there. And then this is Desert Rose, Gypsum, and it's a very big piece. Well, I mean, I have quite a bit of big pieces, but there's my hand for size comparison, and it was gifted to me, so it's very special. And then this is obviously my statue of Melek Taos, and I have little offerings to him put around. So yeah, super happy with that. And this you guys have probably seen in a recent video from our trip to Silver Stars. This is my new ritual broom used to sweep away negativity. And I have a regular peacock feather and an albino peacock feather, both of which are used to honor Melek Taos. And then this is a totem of, well, a symbol of luck and prosperity and things of that nature that I got from a Asian market. Really love it also. So yeah, that's this space. You turn around, and I'm just gonna forewarn you, like I have quite a lot going on. This is my little selenite forest. And I'm sure I've probably spoken about it before, but selenite resonates really well with me. I love selenite a lot. Of course, I have my little fairy over here who's guarding my selenite orb. And there's the eye. So yeah, you guys are probably gonna think, Severine might be a little crystal obsessed, and you'd be right. This is one of my fairies. I have had her since I was a little girl. Oh, it's kind of dark. Let me see if I can get some light going on in here. Okay, so she's been with me since my 7th birthday, excuse me. I've had her a very long time, and she's just beautiful. I love the detail work. This one is a little more recent. Found her in a craft store. That little vial back there is leftover ashes from a really good spell. Sometimes I keep them, sometimes I get rid of them. Obviously, this is my jewelry box. This is my little angel that I've had since I was 8. Definitely 8. And she was a gift at Christmas time. Clearly, I'm a bit of a Sailor Moon fanatic. That's not witchy related, but I got the voice of Luna to sign my copy of that manga back there. And yes, it's worn and torn because I read the crap out of them. And then I have this box here. And I'm going to bring it out so you guys can actually get a good look at it. This was purchased locally also, and it holds this raw piece of citrine. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. This raw piece of citrine. Let's see what else is there. This is some moonstone, rainbow moonstone, and it looks like there's some peach moonstone mixed in there. Moonstone's another one that really resonates with me. A really big piece of pyrite. Pyrite is good in doing spells involving prosperity and wealth. Rose quartz. And then there's a bunch. So I don't know if you guys can see it very well. Let me see if I can. But you see, those are the 3 I showed you. And then all of this is one of my favorite stones, which is peacock ore. This is a piece that I got that has a lot of purple in it. Most pieces you get will look like this one with a lot of blues and greens, and oh, it's just beautiful. I love that stone. I'm pretty sure, based off of the other name for peacock ore, that it's also a form of pyrite because it's called chalcopyrite. I think that's how you say it. I hope that's how you say it. But I keep those in there for different reasons also. And yeah, so that is my box. So over here we have my main altar space, and needless to say, it is covered in crystals. That's my lighter. Let me move that out of the way so you guys can get. So this is a backflow incense burner. You guys will see, because I've done a couple of shots of it already that are going in the pagan or moonlight ponderings. You light the top and the smoke flows out and it looks like water. And yeah, there's little separate pieces that are fishies. They're super cute and you can rearrange them how you want. My singing bowl, you guys have heard me play that a couple of times, hopefully by now. And I have a smaller striker, but I really don't like that it leaves sort of that scraping sound when you try to, you know, run around. So I got this one thinking it was smaller, and it turned out to be a really big striker, but I like to use it more so personally, just because obviously it's it makes a nicer sound. It pulls out the singing. So, from there we go to my big baby. This is a Celestite Geode. And he's my most expensive piece. When I bought him in the store, I had to carry him around like he was a baby because it's really heavy. It looks like, oh, you know, it's not that bad, but it is really heavy because it's like solid rock, obviously. And the lady behind me was like, oh, you have a baby, I want to see. And I was like, I do not have a baby. So there's that. This is my mermaid. I've always had a strong affinity with mermaids and never have found one that I was like, ooh, I love the statue. It's kind of like you sort of picture how you want it to look in your mind, and then they usually don't get it quite right. And this one, I just love her detail work. Like her tail has to be made of something completely different because it's like almost a ceramic texture when you touch it. But she also lights up. That orb right there lights up if I turn her over, which I'm not gonna do right now. This is a conch shell I found on the beach. Went to the beach, got up early one morning and found it, you know, just chilling in the sand. And I use this on my altar to represent Nylara. If you go back this way, this is, I think it's Dugway agate. And it just looks so cool. I don't know. I get so many things just because I get intrigued by the way they look. And there's all sorts of little holes and geode-like areas. It's really cool. So then you have smoky, clear quartz points. The clear quartz, I have to keep it over here because it will keep me awake at night. I would love to keep it next to my bed like I do quite a bit of my other crystals, and such is not the case. This is one of my first pieces I ever got, and it's carborundum. I love the colors. Like you can see, it's just a beautiful stone. It was not a lot, but like selenite, it sheds. Like you'll pick it up and you'll be looking at it and pieces will be in your hand and you're like, oh! So, that is one of my first pieces. I got it last year about November. So that's one of my first. And in front of it, right here, is a little moss agate point. Super pretty. This is my labradorite ball. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna get there it is. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna get it to show its little spot. I love making them just shine like that. That's the wonder of labradorite. They just have such beautiful little colors that come out. So yeah, there's that piece. This one is a more recent one I showed in a video. It's clear quartz, It's been processed and treated to be this clear. So yeah, I know a lot of people will tell you, oh, clear quartz does not come out this clear, that's glass, but it is clear quartz. It's just been treated the way it comes, the way it's showing. So it's not glass, it is actual clear quartz, but they've melted it down to get it this clear. My selenite wand, which I use in ritual, was gifted to me by Ronnie. This is my aventurine star. I love the shape. And it is just so cool. It's so cool. This is spectral hematite. Really love hematite. This is a agate slice. I love this because it looks sort of like an abstract landscape to me. Like if you were in a cave and then this was a window out to the ocean with waves and this is the sky. Yeah. So, and I know I see things, you know, that I kind of want to see, I guess. But I love this piece. It's very beautiful. These two lovelies are Aura Amethyst, and they too are heat treated. And I know a lot of people are kind of on the unsure how they feel about heat treated things, but I mean, if you're pulling it out of the ground, it's no longer natural. So if you're going to pull it out of the ground, why not? You know, metal is also a good conductor in magic, so I don't see an issue with it. I mean, but if you prefer raw, nothing's wrong with that either. And if you look very closely, you can see where the heat treatment missed a couple areas, and there's almost like a lavender amethyst color in there. If you look very close. I'm not sure if you can see it quite as much. Oh, look at that. That one's like, yes, you can see it quite as much. Like right there. All on that side there was not treated by the heat. And I think it's cool. I think it's really cool. This is my bismuth. Bismuth you have to be very careful with. I recently was trying to show it to a friend, and there was a piece right in here that broke off, and it wasn't a big piece, and I was like, well, you can keep that piece. So yeah, there's that going on. And this is my incense burner. Nothing special. I do have some, you know, prettier ones, I guess. This is my kalimba. It's an African thumb piano. I've played a couple of songs that you guys will get to listen to on the piano. It's not very expensive to get. And I recommend it. I don't know, something about using it in ritual is just really nice for me. Oh my goodness, I've completely forgotten the name of this one. Shiva something another, but if you hold it in your hand and you want to hold it in the hand that you use dominantly, I'm right-handed and here I am holding it with my left, but whichever hand you dominantly use, you'll just feel like, to me, I felt this energy just go through my arm to my elbow. Firechild says that it kind of goes through her head to her toes. It goes through her head, through her toes, and meets in the middle. Which, that's what it's supposed to be good for. It's empowerment and balance. And as you can see, it is a big piece. And this was not an expensive piece. This one was about $6. So, definitely shop around when it goes to crystals. But be sure, because sometimes, you know, that $6 means that, you know, it could break very easily or something like that. Blue calcite. Obviously, I've got candles lying around all over the place. This is my fluorite pyramid. And there is a bit, let's see if I can find it. Bit right there. A bit of chevron going on in there. You can see right there. Really love this piece. It's one of my older ones also. This is prehnite. Prehnite is good for health and woman problems. And it's also a very lovely piece. I love the way it kind of looks like it's bubbling up. It's like a liquid bubbling up. It's really cool. Palo Santo. Another piece of pyrite. Fire agate. This one to me looks kind of phallic. Which, you know, just there's sort of things that are emphasized in there that I'm like, So, getting back here, this is my censer. This is the one that Aisling broke into pieces. And let me show you. Oh, it looks wonderful and fine, and it's metal. And I'm like, okay, it should be fine. He kind of, during ritual, I felt like I should sit him on top of it. And when I did, after the ritual was over, yeah. So, take care of using dragons in ritual. This is my little kitty witch. I saw her in a store and fell in love with her, and she holds pretty much all of my tumbleds. I'm not gonna pull all of those out. You guys are already getting so much crystals. And this is my octopus. He was going to be thrown away. Originally, he was supposed to be used as food, and so I decided to keep him. He was gifted to me, prepared in this bottle, and he sits here, and he also helps further my connection with Nylara, who is my matron. This is another one of my favorite pieces. It's an amethyst cathedral, and it's deep colors, and it's just, oh, it's gorgeous. I love it so much. Okay, this video is going to be long, just so you guys know. This is my other peacock statue, and it's also representative of Melek Taus. I love the colors in this one. It's just so beautifully done. And in the top, I keep my favorite piece of peacock ore. I felt like he should be holding it, you know, it's sort of an offering to him. Let me see if I can get, it's just got beautiful colors, and it's self-standing. So for a while, it was actually sitting in front of my other peacock statue. And then my circlet that I use during ritual, I kind of charge with them. So there's that. Okay, so now you've seen the major altar going on. This is Tashka. He's a staff, and he's very friendly. Well, I feel like he's very friendly, and he likes to go with me when I astral project. And he has, the coloring he has is that he was, you know, clearly treated with burning, and that's how they got it to look this dark color. But he's been around a really long time too. This is my wall hanging. It was supposed to be an altar cloth, and I couldn't A, I couldn't fit it on this desk, and B, just felt like I needed to display it. I didn't want it up under a bunch of stuff. So I found a spare piece of cloth. So we go over here to past my bed. And yeah, I've got some stickers I need to do something with, clearly, but I keep tiny little peacock close to me. Opal aura quartz, angel aura quartz. This one is rainbow aura quartz. Yeah. This is a labradorite wand. There you go. Yeah. I know. It's beautiful. Azurite. Titanium flame quartz. This is still my favorite piece. It's small, but there's just a deep connection I have with that. Fairy stone, opalite, angelite, sunstone, more aura amethyst. This is also an aura amethyst, but look at the colors in this one. Oh my goodness. And I'm not even gonna lie, his affectionate name is UV, which is unicorn vomit. This is another agate, and it's got a little cave going on. It's so beautiful. This is my raw malachite. And you guys thought, surely she's got enough crystals. She can't possibly have any more, except each one of these drawers also has crystals. And I'm not going to show you all of them just because, again, it would take so long, and this video is already so long. But I'll show you some of the specials. This is green amethyst, also called prasiolite. It has the properties of prosperity like most green stones do, grounding, and also all the other properties amethyst normally has. So it's like a big combination. This is also my labradorite pendulum, and it's a labradorite Merkaba star. And he's got gleams too. I am trying to find one piece in particular, and it's going to be the last one I show you guys. I promise. If you guys want to see more, you know, leave me a comment, and I will look into getting more. Okay. So, this, let me see if I can focus. This is in hydro quartz, and wonder what that does by the name, right? If you look closely, see, I gotta find it. Right here, right here. There's a water bubble that moves. So yeah, that is my witchy room tour. Oh, and I guess I should tell you guys about these. This is a peacock mask I was gifted. Wish I could get it to hang. What I did, the other ones are just easier, I guess. could kind of like secure it some way and get it to hang all pretty. But it was made for me by a really close friend. The blues and the greens are just so beautiful, and then there's purples in there. They knew how much I love peacocks. This one I've had for a very long time, ever since I was a kid. And it's a beautiful butterfly masquerade mask. I love masquerade masks, guys. That might be the only thing I start collecting other than crystals, and I probably shouldn't collect anything else. And this is, I made this just recently, and it's a fairy star, which is the 7-pointed star, if you guys have ever wanted to know. I made this with ribbon. I really wanted to find something kind of that fit my jive. And as you can see, there's all sorts of holographic iridescent glitter on this white ribbon. And it's also in the thread of the blue ribbon. But yeah, I'm doing a lot of work with fairies as of recently, and I wanted to make something to make them feel welcome. And so there you have it. So that's everything. Yeah, most of it's crystals. I do a lot of work with them. I use them in, you know, spells and things like that. I think it's sort of a partnership relationship that I have with them. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you want to see any more of my crystals and stuff, I mean, you know, leave a comment. I'll be happy to show them off. They'll be happy to be seen. And that's pretty much it. Take care, you guys. Bye.